And and this makes me so happy because as I see all the faces here, this is everyone that logs in our bot group and everything. So we have some newer additions today. So Lori, who's been a part of the posse for years now, our bar blend guru, um, officially became a preferred customer when she started the gut protocol. And I told her she doesn't have to do it forever, but I felt like she belongs here. So yay, Lori, for being here. And then Trisha too. Trisha is, I'm sure you guys see her in the bod group too, and she's one of Kelly's newest preferred customers. So it's so
I
fun.
love you. Okay, sorry, muting.
Yes. So it's so fun to have you guys joining us. And then Sydney, you guys have met before on a call, and I know Amanda knows Sydney too, but Amanda is an awesome target leader, and I'm getting to hang with her for 3 weeks in my store as she's training at my store with me and one of my leaders. So bonus baby to have her here. So anyway, welcome. Well, just for those of you that are newer, we traditionally start off with sharing what we're proud of and or something that you're want to recognize someone here for. And we try to keep them to 30-minute calls, and then they become 40 sometimes, but my goal today is 30. And Rebecca is my co-captain of these calls, and she's having a little spring break action with her family, so she did the little video that she pre-recorded. So that's going to be our topic tonight. But let's go ahead and get started with anything you're proud of. And there's so much to be proud of here, because I know so many of you are trying new things, whether it's the gut protocol or new workout programs or new life things. And I'm so proud of you, but toot your horn.
I'll start.
Okay.
We did gut protocol all week. I feel amazing. We went to a birthday party yesterday. I didn't eat the cake. I brought my own bowl of food and I nuked it, and that's what I ate. This morning I was down 5.5 pounds, and we feel good. And Steve worked out 6 days in a row.
Good job. That's so cool. Steve is Aaron's husband. So that's a big deal. Good job, Aaron. And Aaron's also training for a full marathon that's in a month. So I don't know how you're doing all these things, but good job.
I'll share. So I am starting gut protocol, I guess, officially tomorrow, but I kind of unofficially started today, and I was proud of myself because I get Starbucks every day, and we went out running errands and we drove through Starbucks. Hey, Google, stop the timer. Sorry, I'm cooking. And I got a protein box and just had the eggs and the fruit. And then we went to the grocery store and I made really good choices. And then I sent Megan a picture, Italian imports, and I had to stare at all the cheese and desserts and didn't get any. So I muscled through my first day, and I'm excited to meal prep and be ready to go for work tomorrow.
Yay! Good job. That's awesome.
Awesome. I'm right there with you, Sydney. Starting tomorrow officially. However, I did have ice cream today, so you were better today than I was. Good job. I'm excited because I have 3 customers and 5 PCs doing 4-week gut protocol with me and my group starting tomorrow. And to be honest, I was very hesitant to start tomorrow because of the week that I've had. I don't know how many of you know, but my grandma passed away on Monday. And so we had funeral Friday, and it's just been a week of feeling behind in everything. It's that part of life. And I know it'll pass, but I just was feeling super unprepared in the videos and getting my people ready. And I just took a deep breath and I thought, you know what? If day 1 works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I went to the grocery store. I met a girlfriend there, another coach under Inspired Nation today. She lives close by. So we did fresh time today, and she helped answer some questions for me. And so that's just the power of leaning into the groups and your friends and the people that you have and that support you on your journey. It's so important to have that too. And my husband helps me, and we got some meal prep done today, and it was just, he turned on the music, and it was just great time in the kitchen at home together today. So I planned out day 1 tomorrow. I'm just feeling better about starting. So that's my win for this week.
Good job. Who else wants to share?
I can go. Although I was on vacation, I did get my aunt in Florida to sign up. So that was really fun. She joined just the on-demand fitness portion, but she's going to be doing the in-home workouts. And then my mom, although she is on our team, she purchased Gut Protocol, and then Brad is going to start Gut Protocol with me. So the three of us are going to start tomorrow. So fingers crossed. I'm really excited to start, and hopefully next Sunday I'll have some success stories for the three of us.
Good job. That's fun. It's so fun to get family and people that mean a lot involved. Good job.
I'll go. Speaking of family and people who mean a lot, I just am coming out of my skin that Lorianne and Trisha are here. Yay! I'm happy to see everybody, and especially you guys. Gut Protocol, I'm ending week 1. Megan and Mom and Lori and I have been following it very closely together. And I have to say, the whole thing made me nervous because what it takes to be successful goes against every fiber of my being. Things like planning, thinking ahead. This will shock you all to know that just like I don't think about what's coming out of my mouth necessarily, I go to the grocery every day. Anyway, it's been I've stuck to it the whole week, and it's been really, really positive. And here's how I'll tell you how I can tell the biggest change. Last night at my restaurant, we had a dance party, which is basically like spring break 98. We clear out all the tables, we bring in a DJ, and the Desperate Housewives of Wyoming, that's the neighborhood I live in, come with like some husbands peppered in, and everybody gets hammer timed and just drops it like it's hot all night long. It's so super fun. Anyway, I want you all to come. Please get here fast. So anyway, that was last night. And I mean, I find myself, there are videos all over Facebook. I mean, if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to see it. But I was dropping it all night long. And I have some really good moves. But typically I am hurting so badly because we're there breaking down till after 1, and then we have brunch the next morning. Anyway, I don't really care about alcohol, so that piece is not hard for me. But I feel great. I have felt great all day. I mean, I feel like a bag of shit right now. I want to go to bed. I'm not gonna lie. But like through the day, I even like I can feel it in my joints, and those are old lady things to say, I guess. But here's one funny thing. Another friend of mine, in addition to Lori and Tracy and Trisha and all of you, her name is Linda. She lives in our neighborhood, my neighborhood. She's doing it too, and she was at the dance party, and she and her husband came up to the bar last night, and I was like, "What are you drinking?" And she goes, "Oh my God, I'm having water just like you. Don't be ridiculous." So we were like high-fiving each other in between Coolio and Janet Jackson songs. So it certainly makes a dance party more fun when you don't wake up hurting so badly. So thank you for listening.
I'm so proud of you for sticking with it. I know you were texting about what you should eat when you're working and stuff. So way to figure it out. Good job. Okay.
So, Lauren, I wanted to say sorry about your loss. Again, it's hard. I hope you find your grandma peppered through this week, next week, and just the rest of your life, and just little things. You're not to make everyone cry, but I'm already crying. So, I mean, I don't know your grandma at all. I know you only a little bit. I want your bod, not in the sexual way, but in a like, God, how long do I have to keep up with this to look like Lauren way? But I think maybe some of those genetics are hers, maybe they're not, but there's genetics of hers that are in you, and just part of who you are is because of something she did, good or bad, and she'll be with you. So I'm sorry for your family. It's hard.
100%.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Wait, that was thank you on the grandma thing or the body. Just kidding. Okay, but I've done gut protocol all week. What's not hard for me is doing it by myself. What is hard for me is incorporating my real life, right? I live alone. I don't have children or a husband. And I can kind of usually choose, I'm going to go home, I'm going to eat this, or I'm not going to eat this. And that's been easy. You know, I've packed my stuff. I've planned, I've made my, you know, anybody doing it, have your brown rice ready. I mean, that's all I have to say, because it's 50 minutes and you could do your yoga while you do, but you know, brown rice, have it for your yellow containers, and probably quinoa too. But there's been 2 instances that I had a retirement party and I went out to a restaurant and I got fucking steamed broccoli. I normally wouldn't swear, but I know that Kelly is here swearing, so I'm going to swear. Steamed broccoli and this like vegetarian broth, basically minestrone with none of the shaved cheese that they wanted to put in it. So I felt pretty empowered by that. And I've also noticed this week how many times I've let my nutrition slip a lot in some past number of months because of stress. And I noticed how many times this week I passed a restaurant. I'll just pop in and get I'll grab even in the Italian restaurant, a mint. You don't need a damn mint. So I'm really proud of myself. I've really stuck to it. I've enjoyed it. I've almost had too much food. So it's pretty big for me to be back on my nutrition. Thanks.
Lori, I have to say that I'm so proud of you because all I remember is like, I don't do those fucking containers. So this is awesome. Good job.
Thanks. I figured you might mention something about the containers because you were like, are you doing the containers?
I know.
And I was like, I hear what she's asking. And I also, my boyfriend was over last night and we had breakfast this morning, which is usually something awesome and indulgent. Literally might be like a hotel breakfast-ish. I was like, we're going to have shakes this morning. He was like, oh my God. So, yeah.
Good job. I'll go next quickly. I have 2 gals at work that I signed up. I think one I did last week. I'm not sure. And then the other one I got her. And 3 of us for sure, my other college girlfriend, myself, and one of the teachers at school, we are starting the Monday after spring break, or I mean Easter. And then I'm hoping that by then the other one will get on board as well. So, and I'm on tomorrow's day 13 of Ultimate Reset. So it's all going good.
Good job, Barb. I loved your ninja story today too, or yesterday. I think can't
That
remember.
was today.
Oh, today. Good job.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, as I was flexing in the mirror, I'm like, my girls would just die right now. They'd be like, oh my God, Mom, seriously?
You're hot.
I miss their voices.
Aw.
Oh.
Good job. Okay. Does anyone, let's see. Trisha, do you want to share anything? You don't have to, but.
I did a live class. I felt like that was a big change. I've only ever done the ones like in the app where I like screencast them, but I think for some reason when I did this, I got like a month of the body, if that's the name of it, maybe. And I mean, I think Megan knows this, but I just, I work out with someone on Monday and I work out with someone else on Tuesday and I work out with someone else on Friday, and sometimes on Wednesday. So I don't do those videos every day. And so I don't feel like I'm very good at tracking, but that's kind of my plan moving forward tomorrow is just to even track when I'm not doing like a beach body thing. Cause I do some great workouts, but, I was in St. Louis visiting a friend and I feel like whenever I have a couple days away, I just always learn something from who I'm staying with. And, you know, I just ate what they ate and it was great, but I definitely, I was telling Kelly last week, I have been doing these shakes for like 3 weeks and I missed them terribly. And I felt terrible, which was so weird because we weren't eating bad stuff, but I think I'm just used to having that, and it makes me feel a little bit more regular and makes me feel a little bit less wanting to have ice cream or something. So it's nice to be back and feel rejuvenated and start tomorrow with a little bit more of a habit, I guess.
Yay. Good job. And it's so fun having you here too.
Thank you.
And the live classes are fun. There's like so much variety, and I think Erin and Amy, who's not on the call, use them a lot. So
I'll just say that I had a girl today in my group say, I ate off track all weekend. I feel like crap. Tomorrow's a new day. I missed my Shakeology, blah, blah, blah. I said, there's so much in Shakeology that even when you still eat bad all weekend, like just make that non-negotiable, because the digestive enzymes, the pre and probiotics, all those things in there help you like adjust to the bad foods too. I think they help break them down. I think they help your digestion still, even like so I have some clients that are like, oh, I didn't drink my shake this weekend because I was going out to eat, or, I knew it wasn't going to be on plan. Like all the more reason to do it, I think. So anyway, just a testament to that, Trisha. So it's funny when you're like, oh, I didn't even eat that bad, but I miss it. Totally miss it. Yeah. I understand that.
I'll just share quickly. I've never given up all these things and done it in cohesion with actually for real using the damn containers and leveling off the rice and everything. And I mean, I haven't felt this good, and I like wake up high on life in a long, long time. And it's like I didn't think I like had a fog at times, but I did. And Target has been a little bit more intense lately, and I've just been able to maneuver through it and continue to be the cheerleader for my team. And I mean, the weight loss, I did have like an IV of margarita and nachos happening for 4 days last week. So I'm thinking that is a big part of it, or at least half of it. But I mean, I haven't really had a big weight loss in a long time. And so I'm really wondering if I don't know if it's the gluten, or I think it's probably more the gluten. Having that out has probably been the biggest change for my body. Cause now that I haven't been having dairy, I realize I don't really miss that. Um, I'm sure it's the gluten that maybe I have had some kind of, well, and the drinking probably. I've cut back on that too. Or not been doing it. I'm guessing that too. But in terms of how good I feel and Nate, I mean, just the moods in our household this week. I know that one TikTok was kind of ridiculous, but I mean, it was the truth. We had so much energy and we were just feeling so good. And I think that was like Wednesday after 2.5 days. So I'm all in and super pumped, and even excited to figure out how to do it on spring break in a couple weeks too. So it's so fun to hear all these different testimonials and all that good stuff. But I just can't believe that there is probably inflammation happening from different foods in my body. So it's pretty eye-opening. I did just come from our son's basketball banquet, and I was like behind this mom, and I bet she's going to be in our posse. So I just got to know her and I told her about it. But I was like, as I'm making my little plate, it was pizza and salad. So I was making, and the salad was pretty much just like bagged salad with like cabbage on it. And I was like, that's all I had. And I'm like, she was staring at it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm doing a gut protocol. I mean, it was kind of like I carried a watermelon in Dirty Dancing. Like, but anyway, she's like, oh, I might want to hear more about it, even though I felt like warm explaining it quickly in the food line. But I don't want to ruin how good I feel is the point that I'm sharing that. So anyway, I'm so pumped that we're in it together. Okay, so this has been so fun sharing. And it was so nice of Rebecca to pre-record her video. And I don't know if you all got to watch it, but she and I were talking. For those of you that don't know Rebecca, she and I are success partners. And that just means that I learned from her, and we have made a good connection in the past year. And she's a fellow coach within our big team. And she is like a very thoughtful teacher style kind of leader. And I just love to soak her up. So she and I have a Wednesday call too. And last week we were talking about what she shared essentially. But that really, whether we use this concept as a teacher or a leader at Target, or a professional in another career or a restaurant owner or whatever your career is, really making sure we're coming back home to who we are. And when we share about who we are in person or on social media, that we're really focusing on using our pillars of life that are what we exude every day. So I thought it would be fun to kind of share, but essentially I love which the idea was that our ecosystem is all the people that hear and are a part of our lives every single day. And sometimes I know for some of us on this call, we really invite a lot to have people join our teams and work on that piece. But really it's about attracting people that are coming to us because of who we are as people, not because of Beachbody or Gut Protocol or because of Shakeology or any of those things. And I think when you get really dialed in to who you are, and it was fun to hear her describe me in the video if you listened, but on my Instagram where it says Megan Kuiper and then below it shows my descriptions. It was fun to hear because I always think, I hope that like for a visitor visiting my Instagram page, that little caption would describe me. And I was like, oh, I feel like she kind of encompassed what I wrote on there about myself. So that said, especially for those of you that are in the journey, with us together, working on our health, that's number one. But number two, when you feel so good and you want to share this with others and invite them to join your own teams, really reminding ourselves that it comes down to being comfortable with leaning into your strengths and who you truly are and sharing about that. And I loved what she said about like, when you think of your role models and your mentors, you don't really always remember a word in their chapter of the book that they wrote, or a statement or their last post, but you describe what they mean to you. And so just making sure as we share ourselves to the world in our careers and in social media, that we're not forgetting to just be comfortable with who we are and lean into those strengths. So that said, I thought it would be fun to do a few shares. And I guess first and foremost, did anyone want to share like a takeaway from Rebecca's video? I don't know if that struck a chord with anybody.
I really liked the idea of the way we represent ourselves in person, on the phone, social media, emails. I love thinking of it as an ecosystem. I think that's really cool. It has similar feelings to me as like when people talk about like their personal brand or whatever, but ecosystem feels more like real to me. I don't know. I mean, it's just word choice, I guess, but it did make me it certainly made me think. That's my feedback. Going back to mute.
Good job. Thank you.
I agree with you. I liked when she used that word and kind of encompassing it to, who we are. And when I was listening to her, it really made me stop and think about my pillars, because I think in the last year they've changed. Like the biggest one, especially like that reminded me of it, was when I saw Erin and her daughter doing a workout. And like that makes me want to cry.
I know.
Because I don't have my girls here anymore. And that used to be my biggest pillar. So yeah, I guess that there are a lot of days where I'm struggling to express something because I don't have them anymore. And that was such a big part of all of it. And my other major pillar, teaching, I can't. Like it's literally in our handbook that we have to sign off. We cannot. So I see Megan's post with her fun team at Target, and I have some great coworkers that it would be so fun to do things with, and I can't post it. I can't put it on a reel or my story or anything. And it's kind of heartbreaking because those are two major components, pillars of my ecosystem. And I guess I'm kind of struggling with sometimes to what to put or what to say. Or
Are
what
we
to
allowed
do.
to comment on what other people are saying? I know we're trying to keep this, but Barb, you have said a lot of times, like, I don't even wait for the answer. I'm like just going into it. You might not be able to post your reel from your school or the parking lot of the gym, but you oftentimes post on our group and you just said, like, work out with my colleagues or whatever. And
Right.
that's made me think. So I don't want you to feel like just because you can't be splashy about it, that it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that it's not part of your brand, because it is. And people that you're inspiring to think are thinking about it. So you're doing it in a way that you're allowed to do it and you're still doing it. So I'll shut up now.
Thank you.
Yeah, Barb, I'll second that. I think that you're still a role model to your girls. I mean, even though they could still be your pillar, even though they're not present with
Right.
you in the videos. Because, like, from my standpoint, I think when you're in your basement in the morning doing all that and teaching, like, that's so inspirational. So they're for sure still watching that, and that can for sure still be a pillar, like, from my perspective. So just thought I'd chime in there.
Thank you.
And I think also storytelling. I mean, I think Kendra Hall turned that on to me, who's the author of Stories That Stick. I think, our whole family, the whole McKeachin family, we love telling stories and engaging people. That's just, I think, how we all are. But I think even if you don't do a photo but telling stories about memories of you and your girls and things like that is still a great way to hold on to that pillar too.
Okay.
And keep that relatability that way too, because I do think of you as you and your girlies.
Right.
And I think you have a new fun chapter with Jim, my friend.
Oh, yes.
I
Yes.
love your stories. And I mean, how fun that he's like popping into your Energized Live things. And
Oh, I know. Whenever he's in it, like, it seems he's always like, so how many people viewed it? Did we get over 100? Oh my God.
That's the best. No, you're
Yeah.
doing awesome, Barb.
Thank you.
But also it's good to hear you share too. Does anyone else want to share?
I can share a takeaway from the video. I wrote down in big letters my vibe and then unique strength. I think sometimes I don't correlate that with the pillars to then correlate that to the posts. So something that I didn't even think about when she mentioned Julie Voris and Disney, and then like you being a boy mom, those are things that have no correlation to Beachbody or fitness or nutrition. So like for me, on that one Diamond coaching call where they talked about going to coffee shops or like new restaurants and stuff like that, I think that's a huge pillar that I need to somehow incorporate, that you can still eat healthy and do those things. Because a lot of my friends, we love to try new things like that. And I think that's why some people aren't so healthy, for example, because they like to indulge in new coffee shops or restaurants, but you could do that a healthy way. So I wrote that down because I want to somehow incorporate that just beyond circuits and fitness and nutrition, but still like the travel new portion type thing. So hopefully I can think of something this week.
Yeah, and you're fun and creative and a great target leader. And
Thank you.
yes. Thanks, Amanda. Does anyone else want to share?
I'll share my words I wrote.
Yeah.
So I mean, mom, obviously. But like she was like she was saying in the video though, like, as when you think about Julie, you don't necessarily, you think of like her three things. It's like Disney, walking, her dogs, or whatever. So when I wrote mine down, I mean, I feel like that's what all my posts or all my stories and that sort of a thing were, just like family, fitness. We're trying always to do something fun. And so those were the words I wrote. That's all.
Do you like the idea, Erin, though, about making sure that we're sharing about ourselves more than about Beachbody?
Yeah, I feel like even today, my post
Your post was amazing.
it wasn't really about Beachbody at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it was about me and how I feel and what I've done to try to make myself better.
Yeah,
I
it was
think,
amazing.
right?
It was really
Is
good.
that how it came off?
That boomerang with you and your daughter like put a knot in my throat.
Oh, she's so funny. It happened one day. And then she said she was going to do it the next day. And I was like, you gonna work out with me? She's like, no.
I know,
Okay, I'll take one.
but she's
And when you
10.
did the shake,
Yeah,
when
the
she made her
Oh,
shake,
she's like, can I watch that reel again? She
that's
like
so
loved
cute.
it. So
Yeah.
she's all about it.
And your post today was great. I loved the yes and yeah, it was
Okay.
great.
Good job, Erin.
That yes and was really moved me too, because it's really easy to say yes, but really easy to say yes, but. And I thought about that so many times, the yes and how it could be incorporated in so many different things. That was powerful for me.
Awesome. Leah, anything from you, my friend?
Sorry, I kind of have a sore throat, so I'm just taking it all in. But one thing I learned a lot from Rebecca's chat with us earlier. But one thing I want to start incorporating more is I have a lot of fun at work too. And I don't really bring that into my personal social media as much as I could. And so also I've noticed during this kind of hustle season that I've been in with Beachbody, doing the VIP diamond training and everything, I run our social media at work, and that kind of fell to the wayside a little bit. The posts were kind of few and far between. So, now thinking of incorporating more of my work life, which is fun, into my personal life through my ecosystem, that will help raise both ships. So I'm excited about that. And then my mom and I are starting, and some other PCs are starting gut protocol tomorrow. So we've got all the food. My mom came over today. We weighed in and did the measurements and the photos. So we are very excited. And I would say we're kind of like soft launching in, like we've been cutting back on coffee and caffeine. And though with alcohol, I kind of had a few last hurrahs, because I will miss that part. At least I think I will, but I'm sure once I get started, I won't. But we're very excited, and I'm happy to do it together.
Awesome. Why did you? Oh gosh, the dogs are here. Everyone's home. They can hear you. You can say hi.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Oh, Nate, do you want to talk about gut protocol or how you're feeling?
Feeling $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. I'm out.
Okay, goodbye. All right. Well, thank you guys all for being here. And hopefully that has offered some inspiration for the week. But I will tell you, you all have inspired me to hear all your great discipline and commitment. And I think it's so neat that we're all testing this together, because it's extra fun knowing that we're in it together. So thank you. And Lauren, we'll keep you in our prayers this week as you continue to move forward. And thank you all for coming. I got a photo as we were talking and stuff. I'll share it. But does anyone have anything before we leave? Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you,
You're
guys.
so pretty, everybody.
All right. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.